G'day there guys, it's your main man Markee, and welcome back to another episode of r/Am I the Asshole, where on our first story today, OP gets mad and tells her friend she's bragging because her parents bought her a new TV, but her parents won't give her any attention, ever, so, bit of a hard one. If you guys like it, sit back, relax, smack that like button, and enjoy. Let's go. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she is spoiled? We are both 17 female. I visited my friend yesterday, we were helping each other study. We ended up talking, and we were on the same subject of what we were planning to do this weekend. I told her that mum and dad were planning a movie night where we watched movies together at home and chilled. It's pretty nice, actually. She looked upset, and then she started bragging about a new TV that her parents had bought her. It was pretty huge. She said she wanted a bigger one, and I joked that she was spoiled. This was all in good fun. I have called her spoiled before, and she usually just grins and agrees with me. She seemed really upset, and she even seemed to blink away some tears, and she then was pretty quiet and moody while I was there. I apologized, but it made her even more upset. I know, something I said probably hurt her a lot. I'm usually a bit nervous around her. She is just very sociable and pretty, and she always knows exactly the right thing to say. Actually, I am very nervous around her. Lol. So all this made me really awkward, and I don't know if I did something more to hurt her. I feel like an asshole because I think I may have hit a sore spot here. I know she's fighting a lot with her parents, and I feel I'm an asshole because I brought my parents up in the first place. I shouldn't have done that at all. Now in the comments, you're the asshole, albeit an unwitting one. She's not spoiled, she's deprived of emotional affection. Her parents would rather buy her a giant TV than just have a loving movie night with their daughter. Being socially adept is not the same thing as being emotionally healthy. OP replies, damn. She doesn't talk about her parents, but from what I have seen, and what she has told me, I think you're right. It just sucks. She is really affectionate and she's a hugger, and when we were talking about the pandemic, she said she missed hugging people. I don't know, she's really affectionate. She randomly holds my hand, and it's really nice. It just sucks that someone so affectionate doesn't have parents who are. I'm saying in the gentlest way possible, could you maybe invite her over for movie night with your parents or a sleepover? That way she's not alone. No assholes here, by the way. And OP says, I think this is a good idea, but I don't know if movie night will work. But maybe I will invite her along to some other activity with my family. And yeah, thanks. Sleepover also sounds great. No assholes here. She's jealous of you, of your relationship with your parents. Her parents buy her presents rather than giving her the attention and emotional support she wants and needs. Try to be there for her, as a friend. She'll need your support if you're able to give it. You're the asshole, but only in a slight way. There is a saying that many a truth is said in jest. You were joking about her being spoiled, but it's because you do feel that way, and you were probably a little jealous about it, which is okay. The thing is, this is your friend, so unless she's being a real jerk about something that needs to be called out, your best response is just, that's nice. People brag about material things because they're insecure about their other qualities. Now, if you feel like she's a jerk most of the time, then that's different. But if you really like her and she's your friend, then it means accepting some of the less flattering qualities about her. And now on to the update. So yeah, I was the asshole. I should have read the room better and not made that unfortunate joke. I apologized and said she was not spoiled. She shrugged it off and said it was not a big deal. I said if she wanted to talk about anything, I would listen. She said she was not ready to talk about it yet. One commenter had asked me if my friend was into me, and my first thoughts were, I really hope she is. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I realized I liked her. It is confusing, and I really don't have a label for myself. Like, I know I'm into boys, but I'm not attracted to girls in the same way. I think I'm demi? I looked it up, and yeah, we've gotten really close in the last 6 months, and I wanted to be her best friend. I'm not, by the way. And hell, I wanted to be more than her best friend. One really kind Redditor suggested I figure out if she was into girls. I shared some of the things we did with this Redditor, and she said it was possible that she was making a move. I sent my friend a video about Blake Lively. She has joked about being jealous of Ryan Reynolds before. She was gushing on about her, and I teased her about it. She said she was into girls, and then a bit later, I said I thought I was into girls too. She left me on red for 10 minutes before calling me, and we confessed feelings. I have a date. Lol. It's pretty scary how quickly things happened, but honestly, I am so glad that it did. I would have overthinked myself to the brink. We are going on a date. Anyway, I have a lot to figure out. Now in the comments, she left me on red for 10 minutes. I've been out of high school for over a decade, and this sentence still gave me a heart attack. Lol, that's why I have red receipts turned off. Others can't see when I see their text and vice versa. I think it's much better this way. Red receipts are the absolute worst social invention of the last decade. My now wife and I had a long-distance relationship for a year whilst I was attending uni. I came in from my classes after pulling an all-nighter on my assignment, logged into the laptop on my desk, then crashed out on the bed and slept for 4 hours. I woke up to a series of escalating Facebook messages from her as she got increasingly furious that I was reading her messages and ignoring them. Turned out that having my laptop open on the messages screen meant that she was getting red receipts, whilst I was blissfully unconscious. It took a while to convince her that I hadn't been playing some stupid game with her feelings. And another comment says, of all the possible outcomes I thought of, hidden feelings and a lesbian crush were not on my list. You go, girls. And OP replies, same, I didn't realize I was crazy over her until someone asked me if she had feelings for me, and my brain went overdrive wishing she had feelings for me. As a queer, it was the first thing I thought of. We are so awkward. And OP replies to that, I am awkward, so she made a move on me, and it felt so good that my mind was obsessing over not ruining it, and when I didn't do anything, she thought I was straight. Lol. Our next post is titled, Am I the asshole for asking for either my PS4 or $1,000 from my brother during his time of need? I, 19 female, very avidly play video games. To give you an idea of how passionate I am about them, I'm currently going to college for video game development and computer science, and most people know that playing video games has become a pretty expensive hobby. So back when I was a preteen, I received a PS4 as a Christmas gift from my dad. I had to pay for all games and anything extra, but that's okay. So I've bought tons of games and have probably spent nearly $1,000 in games and DLC, all from my own pocket. A few years ago, my older brother, 25 male, started liking video games too. So he began using my PS4 regularly, to the point that he used it more than even I did. We began splitting the prices of games we wanted to play, and it made it easier on both of us doing that. Here is where the issue comes in. My brother had been living at home for a couple years while he went to a community college in our hometown, but a couple years back, he moved several hours away to attend a different college. When he did that, he took the PS4 with him. I was not made aware of this until he had already moved out. I came back home one day from a friend's house to find that the console, controllers, and all of the games were missing. Turned out he lied to our mum that I had given him permission to take it. Turns out, his girlfriend had apparently taken a liking to The Sims 4 and played it pretty much non-stop on our PS4, and he wanted to make her happy. I made the decision that once he graduated and worked full-time, that I'd ask for him to either return the PS4 and all games, controllers, and game drivers, or to reimburse me for it. Now the time has come. He graduated months ago and ended up landing a great paying job. So I finally took the time and asked him what I stated in the previous paragraph. He ended up going off and cursing me out. Apparently his girlfriend decided to become a stay-at-home wife, and he's paying the bills. He thought I was aware of this, so he was super upset that I'd be such a greedy bear in his time of need. I told him that he didn't have to give me money if he just gave back what was mine, and if he did give me money, I didn't need it right now, nor in a single payment. But he said that his girlfriend was super attached to it, so he couldn't do that to her. We argued more before he ended up hanging up and blocking me on everything. The reaction was so extreme that I'm wondering if I was wrong. I didn't realize he was having financial issues, but I guess I should have been more in the know, considering his family. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I probably shouldn't be asking for something so expensive while my brother is having financial hardships, especially considering that I didn't actually pay for the PS4 itself since it was a gift. Now in the comments, not the arsehole. That PS4 is your property, so you have every right to demand it back. Whether or not he can, or apparently wants to afford a replacement PS4 is a him problem, not a you problem, and changes nothing. Not the arsehole, but if your brother has had it in possession for a few years, I don't think you'd have any ground to stand on. Do you, by chance, have receipts of the games bought, or for the console itself? Small claims might work, but it seems too much effort in my opinion. I would just lock your PlayStation Network account and enable two-factor authentication as others have suggested, and then get a new console. And now back up to the post. Edit. Just found out he lied about the financial hardships. I talked to some family members and found out that the only bills he pays is the electric bill because he's living in my grandfather's old home. I will be calling from my mum's phone tomorrow to let him know that I'm taking him to a small claims court. Thank you, everyone. Edit 2. I had a lot of people confused as to why I waited until he graduated to ask for my PS4 back. I didn't include some info in the post because I hit my character limit. I did ask for it back immediately after it was stolen, and we ended up coming to an agreement that we'd switch off having the PS4 each month. After a few months of doing this, he stopped bringing it back. I realized I was not going to get it back unless he could buy himself his own PS4 and games. So the PS4 was truly only missing for a year. Final edits. A ton of stuff has happened today, and I can happily say that I'll be getting my PS4 back tomorrow. Sadly, I can't post the full crazy update until this post is taken off of the front page. Once it is, I will be contacting the mods for permission to post a full update. And now on to the update. I was not expecting to be delivering a final update to all of you so soon after my original post, nor did I expect the post to get so much attention and support. I was ruled as not the arsehole, and it made me realize how much of a pushover I've been to my brother. It took many comments encouraging me to take action that finally convinced me to take back what is mine. And now I can very proudly say that we have won. The day after I originally made my post was pretty crazy. I took the advice of many Redditors to threaten to take my brother to a small claims court. So that morning, I called my brother through my mum's phone to let him know that I'll be taking him to a small claims court. He did answer, but he laughed off my claim and hung up. This is where I decided to take another Redditor's recommendation of getting my family involved. For those of you who are unaware, my brother currently lives in the house that my grandfather owns. He basically lives there for free and only has to pay electric. So I called my grandfather, and he was livid. He told me not to worry about anything and that he would handle it. I got off the phone with my grandfather, and I got a call from my brother about half an hour later. My brother said he would bring the PS4 and all the accessories to my apartment on Sunday, but I ended up heeding the advice of a Redditor and put down my own terms. I told him that I expected it at my house tomorrow after he got home from work, and that I'd be recording the exchange if he tried something funny. Thank you to another Redditor for that. About an hour after, I texted my brother's girlfriend the question that many people were wondering. Did she know that he stole it from me? The answer is luckily no. She did not know that it was stolen from me. Weirdly, she did know it was stolen, but she thought it was stolen from one of his friends that he used to smoke with. After we talked, she offered to take all of my belongings to my aunt's house for safekeeping until she could drive it over to me when she goes on a trip upstate, since I live about 2 hours away. I will be recording her as well, even if I trust her a bit more. And for those wondering, what did my grandpa do to my brother to make him change up his act so quick? He gave my brother 30 days to move out before he kicked him out, but the real kicker was that he threatened to take my brother out of his will. Keep in mind that this was not the first time my brother has been a snake to a family member. This just happened to finally be the breaking point. So my brother finally got what was coming to him. He lost the PS4, all of the accessories, his home, and me. So there it is, everyone. The surprisingly short end to our endeavor. This could not have been possible without the support, advice, and judgment that all of the kind people on this subreddit have provided me. Cheers to our victory, my friends. And P.S. I have had a lot of people upset that I ruined the relationship with my brother and got him kicked out over an old console. This is not the first time my brother has stolen from me or from other people. He has stolen jewelry, electronics, and money from my wallet so that he could buy drugs or weed. Not only that, he has always been hostile to me and is nothing like a brother to me. I have 3 more siblings, so I know what a good sibling relationship looks like. That's why I don't plan on continuing my relationship with him. It's not just about the PS4. And he has done things to several other family members and my grandfather, who my brother currently lives in the house of. My brother had several warnings from my grandpa and was going to be kicked out if he pulled something again. The PS4 situation was just the breaking point for all of this. Hopefully that cleared up any confusion. Now in the comments, yikes, his girlfriend knew it was stolen and was just cool with it so she can play a game. Sounds like they are meant for each other. Good job on getting your stuff back. You don't steal from family and expect it to be okay. And OP replies, definitely made me feel weird. I was happy that she didn't know it was stolen from me, but I really didn't like how she had no qualms about the fact that it was stolen. She is dating your brother, so I assume she knows these things about him and has no real problem with them. OP replies, yeah, I guess toxic people attract other toxic people. Anyway, that's how I'm going to end today's episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. I'm always glad to read what you guys are saying in the comments. I hope you've had a bloody wonderful day. This has been Markee, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.